Let's talk about one of the most important parts of great dog training. It applies to everything you train, whether it's obedience, tricks, sports, or behavior modification. Not doing this is one of the biggest mistakes dog owners and pro trainers make. It's called splitting. Splitting is taking a big goal and dividing it into smaller, easier goals. Let's start with a human example. A basketball coach doesn't ask someone who just learned to dribble to start shooting three-pointers. Instead, they help them make a basket from right next to the hoop, then 10 feet away, and then 20 feet away, and so on. We split our big goal into little goals, and this helps people to be successful and not rage quit. When it comes to dog training, we often forget to split. As soon as our dog can dribble, we're asking him to shoot three-pointers. We take him to a new place, there's tons of distractions, and basically everything is on fire. So of course our dog doesn't get it right. We set him up to fail. And then we go, look how stubborn he is, he's not listening. It's totally normal to do this, and the good news is you can learn how to split behaviors up for way better training. Here's how to do it. Let's think of splitting in terms of distance first, just like with three-pointers. Say you'd like your dog to stay. Well, you run like a dork 50 feet away. Cool. Split those 50 feet up into smaller goals. In our example, I'm using 10 feet, approximately. Once you've got your small goals, you're ready to go. Start at the smallest one and work your way up. Move to the next goal only once your dog is good at the one you're on. Think of it as being a solid A or B student. Aim for 3 in a row right or 4 out of 5 right total. Here's what that looks like using downstay as an example. So with my dog at cone 0, I'm going to go just to cone 1 and I want to get 3 in a row right. There was 1, there's 2, there's 3 in a row, so I can go to the next difficulty level. And I got 1 right, and we have 2 right, and she said to go girl, and then we go for 3. Oh, wonderful, that's 3 in a row. I can move further. As long as my dog gets 3 in a row right, or 4 out of 5, I can make it harder. You can split behaviors in lots of different ways, not just by distance. Time is one way we often do this. If you want a 3-minute stay, you might start with 3 seconds and work your way up. You can also split physical actions into smaller pieces. So for example, if you are working on rolling over, you might first be rewarding your dog turning their head to the side, then flopping on a hip, then rolling completely on their side, then a quarter roll, then a half roll, then a full roll. And those are the basics of how to split for way better training. But wait, what happens when your dog doesn't get it right? Well, you split it again to make it easier. Go back to the last goal she was good at. Then choose a goal that's harder than that one, but easier than the one she didn't get right. So say your dog is great at stay for 30 seconds, but you move to 1.5 minutes and she's struggling. She keeps getting up. Help her out by going back to 30 seconds, then try for maybe 45 seconds instead. Great, now you know how to make things easier when your dog is making mistakes. But how many mistakes should you let them make? No more than 2. Your goal is to help your dog be successful most of the time. Think of it like baseball, you don't want to make them strike out. Make the next repetition easy so they get it right. We do this because getting things wrong sucks. It's frustrating. Whether you're a person, or you're a dog, or a cat, or a rat, or any other species that we train. If you set them up to fail too many times in a row, they'll get frustrated and they might even walk away from training, which is essentially the animal way of giving the finger. If you're ready for an advanced move, this last tip is for you. And if you're not, don't worry about it. Learning is way less fun if it just gets harder every time you train. So, as your dog gets more advanced, throw in easy repetitions. This helps keep your dog motivated and engaged. So for example, if your dog can stay with you 30 feet away, don't make every repetition 30 feet or longer. Instead, popcorn around and do 10 feet, 30 feet, 5 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, etc., etc. Side note for fellow behavior nerds, you're aiming for a variable ratio reinforcement schedule here. And that's how to split for great training. Let's recap. Splitting is breaking a big goal down into small goals. You can split a behavior many different ways, including by distance, time, distraction level, or completeness. When your animal makes 2 mistakes in a row, help them out, make the next rep easier. As your animal gets good, don't just keep making things harder, throw in easy reps to keep them motivated. If your dog leaves training, he's probably telling you it's too dang hard. That's it. Thank you so much for watching and sharing. Follow this channel for more training tips and behavior adventures.